Welcome, adventurer. The first NPC welcomes you to this tavern. 20 levels in the observer class, and another 15 as a survivor. Now, I keep this haven for wanderers like you, those still figuring out the mechanics of this cruel and unforgiving world. I see you're still in the early stages of the most merciless survival real-life RPG ever created. No hints, no retries, no easy mode. Just you, the world, and a set of mechanics so intricate that even the developers can't patch all the exploits. I was supposed to meet you at the very beginning, when you first spawned into this world. But something happened. And now, well, here we are. But enough of that. Let's talk about something far more important. Resources. Because in real-life RPG, you won't make it past the starting zone without them. And not all acquisition methods are equally effective. Now, listen closely. You might not get another chance. This is the starting location for all newcomers, the place where absolutely everyone begins, regardless of their future role in the game. Even the legendary guildmaster Ilo Neno Maskatsky started his journey right here. But this zone has one key problem. It's a trap. The specifics of resource gathering here are quite simple. You perform the easiest but most routine tasks from guilds. They provide stable but meager income and almost no experience. The problem? It lulls you into a false sense of progress. Tasks are simple, repetitive, and give just enough to survive, but not enough to advance. Many adventurers tell themselves they'll only stay here for a little while, just until they've saved enough to move forward. But days turn into weeks, weeks into years, and before they know it, they're stuck. See that fellow in the corner, counting copper coins? Already level 10, and still gathering herbs for the local alchemist. When I asked why he doesn't look for something better, he just shrugged. Why risk it? It's stable here. And that's exactly how the game keeps you from leveling up. Stability is the greatest illusion in real-life RPG. Escaping this level is simple in theory, but difficult in practice. Many adventurers realize too late that the biggest obstacle isn't the lack of gold or experience. It's the comfort of familiarity. The longer you stay in the starting zone, the harder it becomes to leave. But if you're serious about moving forward, there are three main paths. First, develop useful skills. If you want to stop running errands for higher-level players, you need abilities that let you compete on their level. This isn't just about working harder, it's about working smarter. See that lady in rich attire? Once, she was just another gatherer, plucking mushrooms in the forest like everyone else. But instead of spending her earnings on momentary comforts, she invested everything into training at the Jewelers Guild. Now, she crafts jewelry for the nobility. Not immediately, of course. It took 5 years before people even started noticing her work. But she knew. True power isn't given. It's built. Second, change your activity zone. Sometimes the problem isn't your skills. It's where you're using them. Some regions reward the same effort tenfold, but reaching them isn't easy. Travel costs money. Entry to better guilds often requires connections. But for those who make the leap, the rewards are life-changing. Third, the path through risk. The fastest, but also the most dangerous way. Some players refuse to wait years grinding the slow way up. They take shortcuts, high-risk, high-reward plays that can either skyrocket them ahead or send them crashing down. See that one-eyed man by the window? He was at level 20 when he decided to bypass the Northern Guild and sell goods directly. Made a fortune. For a week. Then the guild found out. Now he's back at level 12, lost an eye, and his reputation is in ruins. But you know what? He says he doesn't even regret it. At least I tried, he says. The question is, how much are you willing to risk to break free? This is the level for those who have already built a solid reputation within their guild and understand that fighting slimes once a week isn't the way forward. This is where the real game begins. This was my level when I was still an adventurer. Life was good back then. Until that incident with the dragon, of course. At this stage, gathering resources becomes more complex, but the rewards are significantly greater. Simple, easily accessible tasks are no longer enough, so the player starts seeking out more profitable and challenging opportunities. But, as with every stage of the game, there are pitfalls. And the biggest trap? the illusion of stability. See those gentlemen playing dice? All of them. Guild masters. Respected, wealthy, well-connected. But they've been sitting at this table for 10 years. Same conversations, same ambitions, and nothing ever changes. The transition from the mid-tier level isn't about accumulating more gold or grinding harder. It's about changing your approach. Many adventurers reach this stage thinking they've made it, only to realize they've merely found another plateau. If you want to rise further, you need to break free. There are 3 main paths. First, find a niche. Master a skill so rare that it makes you irreplaceable. True elites aren't those who do what everyone else does, but those who offer something no one else can. See that old fellow in the far corner? The only craftsman in 3 provinces who knows the secret of forging dragon glass? Even the queen waits months to commission his work. He wasn't always this way. He spent 10 years mastering a forgotten art. Now, the world comes to him. Second, develop influence. Power isn't just about strength or wealth. It's about control. Some don't need to wield a sword because they command those who do. These players carve out a position where the system itself benefits from their success, ensuring they always stay on top. It was through one such game that I got hurt. There wasn't supposed to be a dragon in that mission, but someone in the shadows altered the contract. And here I am, with burns, without a team, but with a life lesson. Some rise by their own merit. Others climb by moving the pieces around them. Third, risk it all on a great quest. Some don't take the slow path. Some see one monumental challenge, the kind that either propels them into legend or erases them entirely. Just remember, countless players have vanished after failure. Their names are forgotten, their ambitions lost. But the few who succeed, their stories are told for generations. This is where the game stops being about playing and starts being about shaping the world. At this level, the richest or most powerful players don't just hunt legendary creatures. They don't chase wealth or fame. They become the ones who create the quests. You know, I've only seen such people a handful of times. When they enter a tavern, even the air changes. Everyone feels it. This is no ordinary adventurer. This is someone rewriting the game itself. The wealthiest or most influential players don't work alone. They build guilds, empires, entire networks that keep them at the top. They dictate the economy, set the rules, and pull the strings from the shadows. There was once one like that here. Let's call him the Count of the Western Lands. He controlled 2 provinces, 3 mines, a trade route. For years, he was untouchable. And then he made one bad decision. He raised taxes by 15%. Within a month, he lost almost everything. Uprisings, betrayals from his advisors, intervention from rival lords. Power doesn't forgive arrogance. Now he's somewhere in the south, starting over as a simple spice merchant. At this level, one mistake is all it takes to lose everything. So, adventurer, you've heard my tale. You've learned the paths of this world. Now, remember this. In real-life RPG, there is no right or wrong choice. There is only your choice and its consequences. I've seen players reach the top and find no happiness, and I've seen those who stayed at lower levels but built a life of joy. The goal isn't just to reach the end. The goal is to enjoy the journey. So, where will you go from here? Will you take the gamble of a high-stakes quest or seek stability? Will you fight your way to the top or find your peace in a quiet tavern at the crossroads? The choice is yours, adventurer. And remember, if you ever get lost, or if the struggle wears you down, the doors of the last respite are always open. Now go. Your story is just beginning.